Estamos encendidos, la mujer es suelta. Primero todo francés, ahora de vuelta.
Sponsored by Proper 12.
Proper 12.
You know, there's only one way to do it, the proper way.
And shouts to White Claw.
They didn't pay us. Word.
Shout out to Dutch Masters. That's the sponsor.
That's a Fiji.
Fiji.
You know? He's out here.
Hell yeah.
But so the song. So we were in France. We were in Italy first.
Right.
We were there for like 10 days.
Mm-hmm. How was that flight from JFK to Italy?
To Italy, it was alright. Not too bad. It wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people think that I fly first class. I didn't fly first class.
Little business or a little premium economy?
Probably not. No.
Oh, you sat in the back and they had the royalties. Yeah.
I'm in the back with my Louis Vuitton bags. You know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
So we started out like that, like really, like I guess humble. I guess like just chill. We're gonna go chill.
Right.
And then we met up with my friends in France.
Mm-hmm.
Once we went to France, like something changed. Like I said, I got the vibe of France.
Right.
And I was just feeling it.
Je ne sais quoi.
I don't know what the hell, man. I don't know what happened to me. Yeah, it's the air.
Yeah.
So then we were in Paris for a night. We went to Cannes, and we ended up in Saint-Tropez.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Saint-Tropez first. It was Paris and Saint-Tropez.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were there, like the first night, we go to like the high-end spots.
Mm-hmm.
There's only champagne everywhere, bro.
Exactly.
We get straight up champagne everywhere.
Yeah.
For breakfast, for lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
So we're there. The first night, we get like one bottle. We're like, you know, kind of just looking around, seeing what the hell the scene is, and trying to figure this shit out. So we're there, boom, the first night, we go a little humble, we start seeing champagne shows, and things are going nuts.
Yeah.
Then the next day, when we came back out, we were like, give me 2 magnums. Like, we just started buying, so it started like something in me, like, I don't know, it just changed me. I started just being loose with me, loose with even my money, like, you know.
Yeah.
I had some, you know, obviously some money for vacation, but I didn't want to, you know, spend the whole bag.
Right.
But then you just get into the vibe and I just got so loose. And I'm like, I'm feeling this French thing. I'm feeling French. So it started with like, I'm feeling French.
Yeah.
You know, so me and my boy, we were like messing around, like, oh, we should do a song, todo, like, everything French. I'm feeling French.
Yeah.
And then that's when it pretty much came out, like todo France.
Hey, ding, word.
So after, you know, it was just a real thought. I haven't been recording music for years. It's been like 6, maybe 7 years, which is a long time. You know, I wasn't even really thinking about music career. I was done. Right. I was retired. I was actually retired.
Right. From your come up, you know, you were just in it. You know, the building. You know, throughout the years, and then you have a stop. Sometimes that artistic freeze is the best, because once you're inspired by something, that's it. You know, it's all downhill from there. You know, it's all vibes from there too. So like, that's interesting. Like, you know, you were inspired by, you know, going out to Saint-Tropez, traveling the world, and a lot of people don't get to travel the world, you know, and see that. But you know, you're fortunate that you were able to do, like, you know, you're with your wife, you know, you're with your friends, and you're having a great time, and then just like todo France.
Yeah.
And then look what's happening now. You're 1 million in on Spotify. You know what I mean?
Million plus.
Yeah, 1 million plus. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like now it's hitting overseas. You know, like now, like you killing it in Chile right now. You're killing it in Honduras, and now we're taking it to Southeast Asia. You know, shouts to the boy Way. You know what I mean? You know, Bangkok Invaders. You know the vibes. Titanium, what it is. Yeah. So like so yeah, and like now, like, you know, it popped off in Bali too. You know what I mean? It's on commercials out there, and that's the reason why I say sometimes you gotta be a king, you know, in another land in order to come back and get that love. And that 1 million in Spotify, that's out of how many people around the world? You know, we have like about 5 billion people. I'm just saying, I don't know the number, you know, I'm just guesstimating. But that's 1 million that loved you. That's 1 million that took in that talent from you being, inspired by being in France.
Yeah.
So now the reversa. Let's pop with that.
Reversa was so coming. Let's go back to Todo Francés.
Mm-hmm.
I go and I'm actually doing some business I was in Miami.
Okay.
I met a producer over there. I met him here in New York. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk, and then I'm like, you know what? I have this idea. When I came back from France, I had to go to Miami, and I'm like, yo, I got this idea, song. I didn't think anything of it. No big deal. We literally did the beat. I was at the what's that hotel? The big party, the Fontainebleau.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there. I'm chilling. My boy comes. He's like, yo, I'm gonna bring my laptop. We'll do the beat there. I bring the microphone.
Right.
We'll just do some shit there. Bring the speakers. But we're in the room. I'm hungover. I'm laying down, hungover, trying to get ready, trying to get some rest to go out that night.
Right, of
And
course.
he's there on the table, boom, boom, just starting the Todo Francés beat. So literally, that beat was pretty much almost done in the hotel. The whole hotel.
Wow.
Yeah, it's done in the hotel.
How many minutes? Let's talk producer talk.
No, we did it like 45 minutes, an hour. Like an hour of just.
Yeah.
And just me, being in the bed, I got like the shakes and shit. I'm there,
Yeah.
and he's like rocking. He's like, "What do you think?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And I'm just like bopping. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm feeling this
What
shit.
instrument did you hear first? Was it the drums or was it the horns?
No, it was the horns first.
So he was like practicing.
Yeah.
Right, but was it like da 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 da
Yeah.
da, and then he was looking for keys and like looking for the patterns.
Yeah, doing that whole thing, doing the whole, and I'm just like, and then it just started little by little coming alive. And I'm just like, wow, that beat is fire, bro. And then what happened from then? We did it. We went to the studio about a couple of days later. We partied for a couple of days.
Right.
I'm not even working. I'm not even doing music.
Right.
I'm doing this for fun. So boom, we go into the studio. We start just laying it down. I'm feeling my new swag. I used to sing because I used to do reggaeton, but I used to sing. I used to be more of a singer.
Okay.
Now I'm just straight up just laying down the verses and just being more chill, being more me.
Right.
I'm a little bit more grown now and a little bit, just different.
You're more mature. You're more experienced.
More mature, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I feel like you could tell on the music and everything that it's more me just being me.
It's genuine.
Yeah, it's just more genuine.
Yeah.
I talk about myself a lot, So then we finished the record and it was cool. Like I didn't think much of it. I was like, fuck it, let's release it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I started playing it in private places, just to see, because I was still very insecure about my music.
Talk about that. Let's talk about that. That's something that's interesting about artists. I dealt with an artist which she was insecure about her stuff, and shouts to her. You know what I mean? But it's a problem with artists at times. How did you get over that?
I don't think I'm over it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I think artists, they're their own worst critic. You know what I'm saying? They're their own worst critic. They feel, that's your baby. You don't want somebody to be like, oh, your baby's ugly and shit.
What you mean my baby ugly? What you talking about?
That's true.
My baby's a shit. My baby made by God. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know. I think it definitely feels something like that. It's like a baby. But you know what? Like, it's real, man. I feel like being an artist, is the hardest thing for me to do.
Right.
It's putting myself. I feel like you gotta put everything there.
You're vulnerable.
You're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Anybody can make fun of you. Anybody can critique you. People could say you're phony or this, or they don't like your shit, or they think you're whack, or some people actually think it's great.
Yeah.
So for me, when I was like very insecure, I was like, all right, let me test this out. Let me see what people think, because I'm still not even. I didn't even think the song was. I thought it was really good, but once I started seeing people's reaction, really feeling it, I got more confident in me, and then I'm like, oh, my song is hot.
Yeah, definitely.
So then I got more confident, and maybe some people could think is as cocky, but no. But it's just something like I felt triumphant. I felt like alive again. I feel
robust.
Like, it gives me so much energy and so much, like, there was moments in my life where I'm like, I'm literally like depressed,
right?
And once I started doing music, I no longer woke up depressed. Like that little, and you know what? Sometimes I wake up depressed and then I'll fight it off and I'll stretch it out and I'll be like, take a breather and ask God to give me strength, whatever. And I'm like, all right, get over it.
Yeah.
But now I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like the music just is in me, and I don't know. I just feel like it's been a blessing.
Ooh, wow, now you're gonna roll.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna that's interesting right there.
Yeah, I feel like it's when I do music, like I feel like it's the path that I needed to always be on.
Right.
And then every time I get on it, like life takes me on. There's an actual train waiting for me.
Right.
Waiting for me to get on.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get back in the music, it's like I never almost left.
Right.
So a lot of people think that I've never done music, or they're like, yo, how the hell this guy got, but it's experience.
Exactly.
And it's knowledge of what I did before and what should I do now, and connecting with people, connecting like I did with you.
Thank you.
Being surrounded by people, man, by friends, by people that have the same love, same passion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Me and Will, we brothers. Brothers fight all the time.
Yes.
And I was upset at Will for like a year. I didn't speak to him. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I heard that record, I was like, yo, I gotta call this nigga.
Like, yo, man, I'm sorry. My bad. This is hot.
I'm like, nigga, I hate you.
Yeah.
But this shit right here, this shit is fire, nigga.
Yeah.
Let's work, nigga. That's it. That's it.
No, that's fly because like his music brought you guys together again, and that's that's what music does. It brings people together, and now you guys are in this pocket right now.
You know what I mean? I heard a fucking. You know what it was that we did a lot of music. You know what I'm saying? We worked for mad long, and it was great music. We did all types. You know what I'm saying? We were just trying it out.
Right.
And when I heard that record, I was like, yo, out of all the records we ever made, this sounds like fucking with the band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. We did huge, ill-ass salsa records. We did dope ass with huge ass producers, reggaeton records. But yo, when I first heard that record, I was like, yo, this is my nigga. Like, yo, this is...
You caught the goosebumps.
Yo, for real.
The aura.
Look, just talking about it. I hear my Felipe standing up.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
No, I'm a Gucci. Nah, but like, that's how I felt too. Like, when I heard it, genuinely heard it, I was just like, yo, really? Like, this shit. Yeah, I was like, you serious right now? Like, this is hard. And I was just like, yo, we gotta get this out here. I was like, yo, I was just like, oh, we're just not, all right, so let's do this, let's do that. And we're here at the table. You know what I mean? But like, your core, like, that, like, I just learned today, like, I was just like, wow, like, you've been in this game for a minute. And then like, I shot to Felva as well too. Like I got introduced to him like Felva was popping. Yeah. So like I got introduced to him through DJ Dalton. From the gifted program.
Oh yeah. They did a song together.
Yes.
It's called Señorita.
Yes, exactly.
Señorita, dope track, fellas.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Go check that out, everybody. You already know Felva, Señorita.
And I like that record too. And when I heard both, when I saw it came out from the same house, I was like, oh, okay. This is the machine right over here.
Yeah.
And I like the machine that you guys, I like how you put everything together. But back to Dodo Francais, when I heard it, I was just like, yo, this has so much international appeal. This is gonna crack overseas. Like being in different places like Switzerland, France, Germany, and so forth.
Like.
Yeah, exactly. The international crowd, that is so important to know and to engage. Because I'm always in touch. Yeah. Shout to proper 12. You know what I mean? So like we have 12 proper countries. That I was like, yo, we should definitely deal with Japan, Thailand. You know what I mean? Malaysia, Indonesia. Let's talk about France as well too. Shouts to Move. You know what I mean? Shouts to Move as well too. Let me see where it's Germany. Let me see Holland as well too, and a couple of more. And I was just like, yo, this is gonna be hardcore. Even Australia too, there's a strong Latin movement out there. So,
Yeah, yo, shout out to my man Delta in Australia. Kid.
yes, another day, mate. So like, I was just like, yo, we gotta move this out. You know, we gotta move this outside. You know what I mean? We gotta move that outside because I hear it. I just came back from Southeast Asia too, so I'm playing all types of like reggaeton, moombahton, and we were playing dembow. You know, it sounded like fucking Uptown for a hot second. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
wow.
yeah, it's
And they're
like,
loving it.
they're loving it. They're loving
which
it.
is insane. Which is crazy to even think that.
On the other side of the world.
You know, when I heard,
shit.
you know, Lolo Frances and you know DJs in Japan and in Bali and they actually like enjoying it.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes freaking like what 2 planes to get there. How far can? There's no further your music could travel.
Yeah,
You know what
25 hours. You know, but there's also New Zealand as well too. You know, like which you probably like, you know, go from New York, probably go to France because Lolo Frances. You know what I mean, and then hit, you know, like another hub and then to another hub. So like all in all, probably like 27 to 35 hours of travel, depending, you know, on your route. You know, so music is all over the place. You know, that the vibe is all over the place. Like R&B is huge, like in New Zealand and in Australia. You know, like you find Cardi there, you know, like in the wintertime. You know, you find Chris Brown there, not anymore, but you know, like you find like a lot of artists out there, you know, in the wintertime because that's their summertime.
Yeah.
Our winter is their summer. You know, and everybody engages out there. And but like the R&B man, and shouts to DJ Reminisce in New Zealand, he covers all the, you know, all the R&B artists that come. Everybody from like Monica, Brandy, you know, who else? Name one, Carl Thomas. You know, everybody that comes through. Anybody who's an R&B superstar, he DJs for them. You know, he's a part of the act. So like knowing that and seeing the experience, you know, with traveling the world, I saw Lolo Frances impacting the world. You know, and I believe it can impact in so many, and crossover. You know, Holland.
I mean, that's the places where I want to be. Like, you know, no, there's nothing against like everybody from New York, but
No offense, but I don't give a fuck about New York.
That's
New York nigga, East New York all day.
Come on,
you already know. New York is a tough crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Super tough.
But even in history, you don't love the kings that just get the crown. You like the kings that conquer other lands.
Yes.
And then come back home.
The
That's
Queen story. Yes. Gotta be a king in another land and come right back.
That's
You
right.
know, shout out to Jennifer Molly. What's up, babe? What's going on? Yes.
So right now, you know, we're working in different areas in Central America, Honduras. You know, working South America, Europe, Asia. You know, those are like that actually really excite me.
Right.
That excites me. You know what I'm saying? Taking over something else, someone else is just to me is the way that I feel like is the way it's gonna. The record will come back around this way.
Yes.
And make its home here, and then everybody be proud that this is coming from New York. You know?
Amen.
But for now, we know the strategy right now, so we're working on that and enjoying the process, and enjoying these little wins, these little W's here and there, and we're here to take over.
Intergalactic wins, hell yeah! Let me ask you something. So, you grew up in New York.
Yeah.
All right. So, where exactly?
In Queens.
Oh, what
I
part?
was born in Harlem.
Okay.
And as a child, we moved to Kew Gardens, Queens.
Oh, no doubt. Shout out to Queens. You know the vibes, Queens. You know what it is. Yeah. Yeah. So Queens. I'm from Jamaica Hill, so.
You're right there.
Yeah, we're right there.
Yeah,
That's right there.
You grew up in one.
I grew up in South Ozone Park, / City Line, Grand East New York.
No doubt.
But I grew up on 110 in Atlantic, so that's South
right there,
Ozone
right there.
Park.
You
Richmond Hill area.
Exactly. So like you being a Latino from Queens, and then impacting the world, like have you seen any type of resistance?
Resistance, yeah, of course. Like there's a lot of jealousy and envy is always going to be there, and it's always
something that comes with the
it just comes with it. Exactly, it comes with it, and you got to accept it. And sometimes it can hurt you, emotionally, it could get to you, but you know what, all that stuff, it gives you ammunition, for the people that love you, they give you the strength to move on. The people that hate you, that also is like, nah, I'm gonna show you what's up. Like, I'm gonna show you what I can do.
Right.
So it's still like like it's still gas for me, you know, it still moves me. So, you know, you gotta be thankful for both, you know, and I'm thankful for both. You know, I don't want it to be like that, you know, at the end of the story, you like in life, you just want to be loved, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's the goal, break everything through love and talking and have people get to know me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
People just think I'm I don't know, like a entrepreneur, mogul, you know, and I'm
he got money, so he's just gonna make a song. Like, you know what I mean? Like on some Manny Pacquiao madness.
The way I look at it, if you gain 2 haters today, that means I did something right.
Right? Cheers to that, you know?
Cheers to the haters.
Yes. Cheers. Yes. So now you being from New York and you seeing, you know, like the craziness in New York, making your way into the Latin scene, you know, first, you know, and then going to other countries. Did you get resistance or did you get love?
I feel like you get more, you know, I feel like in life is like, for me, it's like 50-50. 50% love, 50% hate.
Right.
You know, and
I feel like when he goes to another country, they show him mad love. He's
mad
in New
love,
York,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right. Definitely. There's no resistance anywhere
I
else.
think the only resistance is in New York.
Because the reason why I asked that, because like with the Boricuas, like, you know, the Nueva York Boricuas, you know, the city Boricuas versus the island Boricuas, you know, like, or like, you know, the uptown, you know, Dominicans versus the Dominicans on the island. You know, there's some type of tension. Oh, because he's from there, they don't speak. Right?
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like now, with especially I don't know what happened in the past. I feel like I think 2020, this year alone, I feel like a lot of artists that are from Puerto Rico or any other countries are fucking with artists from Chile, from Spain. And you know, Dominican Republic, I've seen this artist he's a rapper from Spain, and he's in DR, and he's taking over DR.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like people are getting more used to other languages, like Colombia. You know, they got Maluma, J Balvin. You know, they're working a lot with like El Alfa or you know, a lot of different countries are messing with each other now.
Right.
So I feel like people are just more open to that. Right. So even if you're an outsider in another country, I feel like they're just even more open now these days.
Right.
So even artists together are more open to work with other artists from different countries, especially just to gain another audience.
Right.
So
exactly.
everybody's kind of eating off of each other, and it's a beneficial relationship.
Yeah, the streams in different areas instead of just staying in yours.
It's more strategic.
Yeah, because that whole block mentality, like, it could really hinder somebody. You know, like, oh, I'm not gonna pop over here in New York, but you gotta travel. You know what I mean? Like. And that's what I tell a lot of artists. Sometimes you just gotta like travel and just find your way.
I told Willie from day one, man, I could give a fuck. It's all good. I can give a fuck about New York. I told him.
So like talking like in New York, especially in New York, like I mean the people that know me, like my family, they know that I've been doing music for a long time, so they're not surprised. You know, they kind of like. They always rooted for me, you know.
Yeah.
And, but like even like as a child, when I first started doing music, my parents were like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like hell no." Like they were like, "Fuck out of here."
We all get that resistance from our parents.
And this was cause I was doing music. Like I said, I was doing music when I was Playero and all those days, and this shit was nowhere near commercial.
Right.
And then later on,
so that was noise.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it was. I mean, I listen to it now, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I got in my closet. I got fucking tapes, bro. I have tapes of like shit that I don't even remember singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good to have all of that. I lost some of my mixtapes in the move, but I'm still tight.
That's
you know,
awesome.
like damn. You know, but that's cool.
But you know what? Like I feel like this is probably way more difficult than opening up a business or you know, trying to be on top and trying to you know, be part of this industry of the restaurant, the clubs and stuff, and being competitive. I feel like doing music is just way hard.
Yes.
You know, it's something that I'm like, it's those are things that are very challenging. you know, owning a business and operating them, and you know, every day fighting to be successful.
Right, Hangar Astoria, Hangar Kew
Gardens, Kew Gardens, you know, and a couple other little things that, you know, I'm working on. But I feel like, you know, people think like, oh, he got this, he got that, like this is easy. I'm like, to me, this is actually challenging myself. How far can you go in life? How much can you do with yourself? You know, there's a certain process I need to move in being an artist, that I have to change certain ways of being and doing stuff and taking it serious. I feel like that's it's one of the hardest decisions that I ever had to make.
Wow. Is
be an artist or not be an artist, you know? So when people see it and they're like, oh, he's just singing, like, I'm not just trying, you know, I'm doing it. And it's probably the hardest decision and toughest job I ever had to do.
Wow. Getting everything down, writing, the songwriting, you know, the right production, you know.
I mean, not even just that part. I think it's more mental.
I think it's all about timing, because you know everything happens in God's time.
Yeah,
like honestly, if COVID was open and he had to run all the businesses, you think he'd be doing music?
Nope.
Yeah.
We be posted on Styami.
Word up.
Yeah, we be super posted.
Yeah, so it's true, and that's a great point, because if it wasn't for these moments of being home and stuck home and doing these things, and actually, if you're people that know me, that know me as, you know, if you're from Queens or from New York or whatever, and you know what happened to me, like with little situations with the businesses, you know, opening and closing, and you know, a lot of things due to COVID.
Yes.
That kind of messed me up, you know, like financially.
Right.
You know, it's been a struggle. So, in being in the most toughest position of my life, financially or mentally, you know, it was even actually a harder decision to be like, yo, am I gonna be a fucking artist?
Right.
In this moment, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, I just feel right about it, you know? It just feels good.
Just went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just riding the wave, you know? I'm not really...
That's it.
But if it wasn't, like you said, if it wasn't for these I guess, bad situations that happened to me, these incidents that happened, I definitely wouldn't be here talking about this.
And have a million streams on.
Because that's how, like, you know, like any business, you know, like, you know, or any artist will go through that. Like, you know, like St. John took, you know, that one joint Roses took 6 years to pop. Lizzo's joint, when she got like
Lizzo the girl?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it took her 5 years, and that was the single that went, you know, out of here.
That single, how this one? My thing is, okay, so I'm also learning this new business. You know, it's the music industry has changed from when I started.
Yes.
You know, so it's very digital. It's a digital world. It's Instagram. And when I was growing, you know, we didn't have no Instagram. We had maybe what was that? Mi gente. What was the other one?
Oh my God! Black Pleasure Avenue, Zango, freaking picture
MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace was a good platform though.
MySpace put a lot of niggas on.
Oh yeah, Soulja Boy, Justin Bieber.
What?
You know what I mean?
Look at that, yeah.
Britney Spears as well too, but she had a machine behind her anyway because of Disney. You know, but like, you know, cats like that who came out of there, you know, just
Yo, shout out to my man Jin the MC, cause
that's my guy.
Yo, I put out that MySpace album. We put that all together.
Oh really?
Yeah, What? I put that. He had a MySpace album, and I recorded that whole joint. I was there on that project.
Nice.
What was that ever? What?
No, that's my guy Jin. Yeah, we did we did something with Danny Hastings. I forgot what it was called. You know, Lyricist Lounge. Yeah, I was his DJ for that.
Lyricist Lounge, yeah, with fucking what's this nigga, the Puerto Rican kid, the Low Life.
Thurston Howell the third. Low Life all day, you know the vibes, you know. Double L's, 2 L's up, you know the vibes.
Next time we do shit, no phone.
You're the only one on the phone.
I was on the phone too. I was on the phone low key.
No phones. Want another one?
Oh no, I'm good because
Uh-huh.
no. It's water for now because afterwards I gotta go home and do the mix show. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't even recorded the mix show. I
Yeah,
haven't.
yo, what's going on? They'll be like, dang, he sound good right now.
I mean, he's lit. He's not White Claw. You know what I mean?
White Claw.
White Claw makes every DJ spin fantastic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like, yeah, man.
So talking about you, bro, how the hell you got so skillful like that?
I
Like that. These skills are just beyond.
Thank you.
They're just incredible.
I had a fight in my neighborhood. I had a battle in my neighborhood. You know, I had to be number one. I had other DJs like within a 3-4 block radius who were around me. But beforehand, I knew at 7 years old that I wanted to do this. You know what I mean? I'll listen to the radio and boom. And I used to be inspired because every time I used to go to daycare, there used to be a radio station on 95.5, which was WAPP, which my mom, we used to take the bus and always used to pass it on Horace Harding, which is now probably a warehouse now. It went through a couple of transitions, but it was an FM station. I was like, damn, that's a radio station. And then I put 2 and 2 together as a kid. And then from here, I would be playing records and I'd pretend I'm a radio DJ. I'd be recording myself. I was
At what age?
At 7,
7.
8 years old. I really knew. And then I grew up in Jamaica Hills. And you know how Jamaica is. 5 minutes go over here, Jamaica States. 5 minutes walking down, like you're in Jamaica Avenue. So Jamaica Avenue was the spot. You know, like you get fresh.
Coliseum block.
You know what I mean? College block. Yeah. Get your hair
All
cut.
the mixtapes.
Yeah.
Taste
exactly.
of Jamaica.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Taste of Jamaica, but the beef patty?
Yeah.
Bro, we waited in line. No line.
Oh, Jamaica flavors. Jamaica flavors. Yeah, 165th, but
I
yeah.
gotta have mine. You gotta give me with the cocoa bread.
Oh, yeah. The cocoa bread is slamming. Yeah.
Mine's I need the cocoa bread and the ginger beer.
Try that shit the other day. That shit's nasty.
What? Nah.
I like ginger beer. I'm a fan of Moscow mules. But we're gonna get back to that. So now, like as a kid, like I'm going to these record stores. I'm going to Music Dynasty. I'm going to Music Factory, and I'm just like, yo, this is hot. And then I'm going to like these park jams at Edison High, like by Edison High School in the Edison block, and just going out to these different places. I'm just like, yo, I want to do this. I'm like this, like looking at, like a fat kid loving cake, at the DJ booth. I'm like, wow. That is hot, and I always wanted it. So like, I would take my uncle's record, start scratching on it, this and that. My mom had the Columbia House hookup. She would get me all like these tapes. I remember one of the tapes is.
Ooh, remember the Columbia House? Remember you bought it for a family or some
20, like $1 20 CDs.
Exactly.
What?
You know what I mean?
But don't you get charged after some?
Nah, you should bill me later. Bill me later.
Never get billed.
Never, ever. No.
I think I still got that shit on my credit collector.
Oh man! And let me tell you, there was this one album. It was Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince. He's a rapper. He's a rapper. I'm the DJ, and I'm saying it wrong, but like I was live from Union Square. They're recording, which they had for a Jive, which I later found out was for a Jive industry party. And Jazzy Jeff was just cutting up on it. I was like, yo, what's this?
Jazzy Jeff was a good cutter.
He's a 1986 New Music Seminar world champion. Producer for him and Jazzy, for him and the Fresh Prince. Co-writing.
Shout out to Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah,
true.
God DJ.
So you think? I mean, I don't know too much about that. I'm asking a question.
Yeah.
You think that Jazzy Jeff put Fresh Prince on, or Fresh Prince?
No, they put together. They were together.
I feel like it's a Noriega Neptune vibe.
Yeah. It's a synergy.
Yeah, they needed each other. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Because that's what it was. Like back in the day, the MCs would run with the DJ, like R&B around Kim.
Yeah, they were like the first producers. Right?
Yeah. No. It was actually Run DMC, which was the first hip hop group to go platinum. And then excuse me.
But the DJs were like the producer.
Exactly. They were the producer too. Yes.
It was like he's the MC. He's not the MC, but he'll be the one grabbing the old records and looping them and giving it to the.
He said looping. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's the stuff. I did that. Because that's exactly what happened. Like he would loop the records, go back and forth. They would put together a stage show, and they'll beat out
That's
all
how
the
it
rest.
started.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
I want to
beautiful. I think it's amazing, bro.
I want to know your top 5 DJs. Top 5.
Yeah, but this guy
You're
is-
amazing. That's why.
Yeah.
So to come from you, somebody, because like I'm gonna keep it real. The first time I saw Kid Capri, I was at show,
Yeah.
and there was mad shorties around, and I swear to God, at that moment, it was just like frozen in time, and nobody was there. It was just me, and I was watching Kid Capri going from the crates, turning around, putting it down, going around, putting it. And it was like, yo, it was just me and pause no homo, just me and him in that room.
Yeah.
That's all I saw.
Exactly.
That's what I feel for. You know what I'm saying? When I
Yeah.
felt that, I was like, wow.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt with the last 30 seconds of Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I watched it.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Because of Kid Capri. So Kid Capri is one of them, not in order. Of course, Camilo. You know what I mean? I would say,
Who's your top?
Flex.
Enough.
Like, there's so many because I've been inspired by so many areas, like between the club DJs, the turntablist DJs, the mixtape DJs, like the DJs who put together things like Johnny Juice from Public Enemy, like things like that, so it's very hard. Like,
Why do you
I'm
like?
the top 20.
My question: why do you like DJ Camilo? Like, why is he one of the top shit thing?
Camilo knows how to read the room. Camilo will get you fucked up without wanting to get fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You will buy a bottle because of the energy that he brings, and into
I feel like so I own the club, so when
yeah,
I mean he gets the room. I mean, it gets packed. Like, the place gets
Yeah.
crazy, and he's super chill, right? He's like a super chill guy, regular, but his energy when he walks in,
yeah,
and you just know the shit changes, bro. The
Yeah.
fucking mood of the whole room changes, and I think it's not just about skill.
no,
It's about what energy you bring
Exactly.
Yeah.
to everything.
Yeah.
As being, as embodying that person, which makes you special.
exactly,
It's not just the skills or what you, because everybody, as a DJ, I watch DJs because
Right.
I'm on the club, so I want to know who's playing the right shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see that everybody plays the same records. It's just how do you play
How
it?
do you play them?
Or how do you understand the crowd, like you
Mhm.
said. And he does that. He gets that. He gets
Oh
it.
yeah,
He
and
gets it.
the way he mixes, he doesn't play it too long, he doesn't play it too short. He knows how to cut the records properly. He knows how to talk to the crowd. He knows how to be animated. He's not a one-trick pony. And also too, I feel like it's spiritual as well too, because let's talk about show again. There was this one time where I was just like, I'm gonna watch Camilo, St. Patrick's Day. Cool. I got fucking trashed. I ended up on the VIP stage with my new sidekick under the couch. My boy had to pull me out.
Nigga said the sidekick.
Yeah. King Jerry, help me. Help me.
That was at tmail.com.
Yeah, T-Mo, you heard it. Yeah.
No, that took me a minute. I'm like sidekick.
Yeah.
What do you, no, I thought you had like a little friend.
Word.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then from here, I went to another spot, and I'm just like, yo, why am I getting trashed at this when he spins? And then I was just like, he's channeling an aura. He's channeling an energy. And then I started reading up on energy, and I was like, yo, he has an energy. Just the way Kid Capri has an energy. Just the way Enough has an energy. Just the way Flex will have an energy.
And now that you say it, they're all completely different.
Super different, and they could do different things to a crowd.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing was like, back in the day, if I didn't start a fight, I didn't get my wings for the night. And you have to have a certain type of energy to do that. But an energy to keep people dancing, that's what I always enjoyed, because I came out from a dance background. I came from a rock pop background, disco background, with my parents, with my mom and my uncles and like everybody in the household. And that was an energy. But I had to study energy, because I could do all of this, you know what I mean? But how do you push it out there?
Right, for sure.
You know what I mean? So like, it's an energy which I respect.
So that's why I feel like because the singer has to do the same thing.
Exactly.
So I feel like You know, that's why like DJs get paid big bucks these days
Mhm.
because they are being that artist that's pushing that energy. Because they are, because there's
It's
just
been a long
energy.
time coming. Y'all should have been
Right.
that star. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but it's different because like, you know, DJs, the DJ industry, it changed because like, you know, people are based on how many people you bring or if you can keep the room in. You know what I mean? So there's a sliding scale like what
Shit,
a
but
DJ
then
has to do.
No, but if there is value in DJs, because there's DJs that could, like you said, keep. I've seen DJs empty out fucking cases, and they're playing, and it's not because I don't know if they're playing, you know, playing the wrong records or mixing it wrong. I don't know what the fuck it is, because they could be playing the same records. Sometimes they play it distorted or whatever. I don't know what the hell. But
The mix will be off.
the mix will be off, everything is off. But I've seen them fucking empty out rooms. Like literally empty out rooms. Like, so it's all in their hands.
Yeah.
At the end of the story, it's really in their
Yeah,
hands.
you have to know what the record does too. You have to know the power of the record. Each record has an energy, and this goes back to reggae, to the sound clashes.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get a crowd reaction, you know, from your dub plate. So you go against one and you go against another, and then whoever has, you know, like the craziest sound at the end, who will remember it, you know, will go to the next round.
You mean with the same beat? Or
They can have the same artist on there, but the way they present it, it's all about presentation.
Right.
You know, so I'm just like, yeah, you know, like I learned how to, you know, like master that through there, and also from being in DJ competitions too. You know, having to like have a stronger sound than everybody else. So that's how I was able to like really put together and gauge how Camilla did it, and then how everybody else did it. Go back to the drawing board and come back and just be powerful, you know, and understand what these records could do. Just the way Todo Frances has that power, you know, people engage to it. And I was like, yo, that's an engagement record. People are gonna engage to this, you know. And people been asking me like, yo, what's up with this record? What's up with that record? And I'm very touchy when it comes on the records, because you have to know how it goes within the programming. Or is it time for this record? Like, there's records that I have, you know, that I made with the artist named Shomaville that was too early. You know, too early in the game because they were in trap. But I was like, yo, we need to make a dance record, and we have a twerk trap record, which we put out, but it was too early because we don't have the Tigers doing what they're doing right now. You know, we don't have the Sweeties and everything else that don't fit into that format now. But that's the reason why I say, like, sometimes records take 5, you know, like a year and a half to like 6 years to pop.
I ain't got 6 years, bro.
You know,
You should have pop fucking tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. You can't rush sauce. You can't rush sauce though. You know? That's like trying to like cook up a meal in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people are like, you know, they tell me like, yo, what's up? Like, why isn't the song? Why I don't have it? Why am I not famous yet or something? They're like, I'm like, nah, it takes time. Like, you know, I'm in no rush either. You know, like in due time, I feel like I'm still not ready for a big stage. I'm still not ready for a lot of things.
Yeah.
I feel like I still need to build my confidence. I still need to build myself. I still need to build my, you know, just everything around me, my team, as well. You know, so this is something that is fresh, man. I really put out the record. I think it's been 6 months. And then I really.
But it's not really months because it's COVID 6 months.
Yeah. But it's COVID 6 months. But not just that. But then we let it rock for 2 months without doing anything. Like, we didn't promote it. We didn't do anything. I didn't do shit. Like,
I'm gonna keep it real.
We didn't put it in nobody's hands.
Yeah.
Right.
So we really like. I mean, this is 2 records in 4 months in my eyes. You know, in our eyes. You know, since we started working together, because I have put it out, right?
Yeah, I didn't get on board till like 2 months after the record was out.
Yeah, like
in the beginning, you were there. Like, we were like,
yeah.
I was working with a friend of ours, and you know, it was just kind of like really not professional. We were just like, let's just throw it out there and see what the hell happens. See if the fucking shit sticks on the wall, you know, type shit. So, you know, it took us a minute, and then we just started like, you know, getting a little bit more serious with it, and then just people just started liking it. You know, and just people started asking, what record is that? Like, what record is that? So, you know, all that stuff just it just came. And just little by little started growing, little by little. That we had to pay attention to it now.
Right.
You know, so it took us, to make it.
Estamos, papi, llegamos. Gracias a Dios.
La felicidad, ¿qué lo que?
Yo, where we at? Where we at? Yeah.
Quiero mucho a todito, gracias por todo.
Thanks.